anyway. Okay, we're gonna start the video now. Hello, and welcome back to a brand new video. And I thought in this video we could talk about the equipment that I use when I do my filmmaking and just in general video making, I guess. So yeah, the equipment that I use is very standard. I film on my iPhone for the time being. I filmed last video on my iPhone as well, and doing that I used a tripod device that is called a gimbal. So, you've seen how it works, and I guess I should get into the story of how I actually came across it, and we need to go back to when I made the music video. So, our first point of contact starts with this video right here.
Incredibly affordable gimbal and really easy to use. I'll put links to it in the description below, but with that out of the way, let's jump straight into this tutorial with gimbal move number 1.
Okay, gimbal move number 1, it's a classic, the push forward. A nice easy one to start. Just point your gimbal forwards and walk at a nice consistent pace. Pro tip here, okay? Maybe don't do this on a really windy day on an uneven surface next to a cliff edge like I did. It really makes things harder than it needs to be. If you're just starting out, then practice on a nice flat level surface. Nonetheless, a great shot that helps set the scene and can really help establish your location.
Now that's all well and good if you actually know what you're doing with the gimbal, but the thing is, you need to do some research first. My first thought was to hop on eBay and look for second-hand ones, but then I took to Amazon, and that's when my brother found this. And that entails getting a product in that could actually, I guess, function the way we wanted it to. We weren't really very experienced. George came up with the gimbal. He found it, I don't know where he found it, but he found a video on YouTube explaining how it worked and like how much it kind of cost. And you know what we found? I think we found a very good option. Cheapest and probably best quality that you can get for a low budget. We couldn't have found a better choice really, because we were going to use this one that I bought about, I don't know, 8 months ago, but it was just pure plastic. There was no electronic function there. It was just a plastic piece, and it was like a square. It was weird. It had handles at the side, and then you put your phone in the middle, and you can like angle it, or basically put it at a different perspective. And if you wanted to be portrait or if you wanted to be landscape, and there wasn't really much else I could offer, so I kind of left it up to George at that point. But we were both trying to figure it out at the same time, and it was quite hard. But once we learned how to use it properly, the results were immaculate. Like, you couldn't get a better shot with an iPhone product, really. You know, with what you're working with, basically, is just an electronic function, like an electronic functional motor and a handle, which has sensors in the middle. and it'll detect where you're moving, what angle. It'll work on a pivot, and it'll do basically what you expect it to do. It'll give you a still shot. But that, you just got to keep that in mind when you're ordering one, is that it will take a long time to charge. It won't come charged when it's in the box, and then yeah, basically from there on it's history. So thank you very much for watching my very first video. Well, kind of technically second video, but first proper video where I'm actually doing something to do with media production. And I'm so glad to have you here, and I hope the lighting's better now, because I got some complaints last time that the blue lighting wasn't doing it for you guys, and I apologise for that. I didn't want to give anyone some epileptic fit, so I decided to change it a little bit. So I went with the classic white, which I thought was fine. It wasn't too harsh on the eyes. Anyway, with it all said and done, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, in a bit.